Hello, I'm Jack Capert, and I'm the owner of Capert Furniture Works. We just created 2 new bedroom groups for Bloomingdale's, the Tate bedroom and the Waverly bedroom. And we're pulling together a little video to kind of tell you a little more about the company and show you a little more about the furniture. We're not a marketing company, we're makers. We build furniture. I don't have a sales force that's throughout the country. I'm your salesperson. So hopefully I'll be able to chance to see all the stores. But in the meantime, let me tell you a little bit about ourselves and a little bit about the furniture so you can know a little more about us. Our company was founded in the 1950s. It was founded by a man named Tom Seeley. Tom fought in World War II with the Flying Tigers, helped liberate the Chinese from the Japanese. After the war, after that campaign, he moved to Berkeley Springs, West Virginia, where our factory is today, and became what I call really a pack rat. He used to go to old estate sales, buy people's antique furniture, old furniture, fix it up, and he would drive into D.C. or Baltimore, which was about 90 miles from Berkeley Springs, and sell it for a higher price. He developed a great wholesale business. Back in those days, you know, there was far more demand than there was supply, and he did a wonderful job repurposing, refixing, and finding great homes for beautiful furniture. Became a great collector of antiques during that process. Eventually his business got so good that he couldn't find enough antiques to resell. Started making copies of his favorite pieces. I always love to tell this story to begin with because this company learned how to build furniture based on copying antiques. We used to do all antique reproductions. Today, as you see behind, we do pretty modern, or at least mid-century modern type furniture, but we still build furniture as antiques were built. That's how we learned to do it, and it's how we do it today. Even though we build very few antique replicas, we take the methodology and continue to consistently approach it. This is the type of methodology that allows furniture to become antiques. In the old world, they used to call furniture makers joiners. Why a joiner? Because they were masters of joining 2 boards together and have them stay together. We work with solid wood. Solid wood is really wonderful if you understand the joinery to do it right. When you do the joinery right, the wood expands and contracts, which changes the moisture content. It becomes really the most durable kind of stuff you can have. Compared to plywood or plastic that once it breaks, it breaks. This stuff has elasticity. If you were to wear it out over 20 years, it's fixable. And you have to work really hard to wear it out over 50 years. It's really one of the great materials around. The factory is a little different than a typical factory. First of which, we're 53% women. Second of which is we don't have an assembly line. We actually build product one piece at a time. Each piece is built by an individual who signs or dates his or her name to the back of the piece of furniture. There's a personal approach we take that's kind of unique in this industry. The typical mass producer would have people that specialize in different components. They would specialize in building a drawer or a door or a leg and put them along the line, and they build 50 at a time. And then there's someone then in line that fixes all of the mistakes, and you have a piece of furniture. Instead, we take a different approach. Instead of having specialists on components, we have specialists on pieces of furniture. So one individual builds all the dresser, all this style dresser. One person builds this bed. One person builds the nightstand behind me. And they build it almost from beginning to end on a workbench. And they literally touch every inch of it they build it. A level of quality and detail that you cannot get in an assembly line or a mass production situation. We start with beautiful wood and really kind of take some painstaking craftsmanship to put it together so it really lasts for a long time. We have 130 employees manufacturing furniture in Berkeley Springs, West Virginia. When people and our competitors primarily closed factories and became marketing companies and buying stuff from China and Vietnam, we continue to invest in our factory. Today we have a world-class factory. We use CNC machinery, which runs the same kind of technology as digital printing today. It's a little different than subtractive versus additive, but it really comes out to have very precise, beautiful furniture. It's built by people who care. The Tate bedroom we created this past year exclusively for Bloomingdale's, kind of designed it from the ground up for something that would be really kind of special. A lot of things that make it special. I'll just start with the woods and procedures and then just talk about some features and benefits for you. Tate's a mid-century modern collection, but it's a little more modern than the mid-century. Everything we're building here is in solid maple. All the maple comes out of the Appalachian region. Where we get all our wood is really the most sustainable forest in the world, second only to the boreal forest for Canada. Today in the Appalachian forest, There are more trees than there were 30, 50, 100 years ago. So real long-term stability and really beautiful, beautiful wood. Maple's solid. It has beautiful graining to it. It's very stable. It's stuff that just lasts a long time and looks beautiful for a long time. We're showing it here in one of our medium brown finishes. What's going to really be fun about this collection is that there's 5 different stains and 2 different paints that you can use in combination or without combination, as we see here today. Construction-wise, also kind of unique. We built these on a mitered system. That's a 45-degree mitered joint. It's really, really strong and real high craftsman type kind of work. It almost looks seamless when you walk around and look at it. There's no top. It's a seamless box. The most important thing to a dresser is after, does it look good, does it stay together well, is the drawer. We have a fantastic drawer system. We do solid ash drawer interiors, thick, solid. It's waxed with the low VOC wax. It protects the wood, protects your clothes. We have the obvious dovetailing in the front, and the drawers are as pretty as the rest of the case. Then the drawers are mounted on a Hettich undermount soft close glide. So not only built well, but they move well. They have a great feel, both on opening and in the soft close. The nightstand behind me is just nice, is a beautiful size. And again, very easy open, close, good functionality, nice little storage space below. To the right, to the far side of the bed, we have a nightstand that shows the two-tone finish. It's actually painted on the outside, stained on the end. In addition to what you see, being able to pick from the 5 different stains and 2 different paints, we also have the ability to do 3 different hardware finishes: a polished nickel, satin brass, and a burnished color as well. So a lot of nice little combinations. So you could really make something this your own. They call it a bedroom for a reason, because the bed's what really counts. This is a bed that counts. It's essentially a modern sleigh bed. It's got a nice soft angle to the back, very clean. Looks like something that is comfortable laying up, reading in bed as wood, sleeping through the night. Built with a solid removable base for the mattress, fully up to compliance for all the mattress warranties, and just flat out sturdy and solid for a great night's sleep. All right, I'm going to give you a quick walkthrough of the Waverly bedroom. This is one of the 2 bedrooms we've created exclusively for Bloomingdale's. The Waverly bedroom begins with the poster bed. We designed the bed and the entire collection around the idea of something that was very traditional yet updated. The way you make something traditional and modern at the same time is really kind of clean up to the most essential elements. So you see this is a very linear style bed, and thus brings its grace and its beauty. Another subtle thing that's not obvious when we're sitting on the showroom floor is that this bed actually completely disassembles. So it's a bed that it's a rare 4-poster bed that you could deliver into an apartment, old house with a winding staircase, or about just about any room that the bed in which it fits. We have a cam system that allows the headboard to totally detach from the posts, so it's an easy delivery to just about anywhere you want. So it allows you to put something special any space you need to. In addition to the bed, we do 2 different nightstands, an open nightstand and a closed nightstand. Both nightstands are pretty fabulous because they will have a nice little pull-out for extra space for a drink at night or a book or a magazine. This collection comes in 4 different finishes. We see the darkest gray here. We'll also have a light gray and basically a light brown and dark brown, so you can make it a little more traditional, a little more modern, depending on what your tastes are. And the hardware, we actually have 3 selections of hardware. Again, a polished nickel, a satin brass, and a burnished. In addition to really cool hardware, all the pieces come with ferrules on their feet. F-E-R-U-L-E, a real word, ferrule. A nice element that brings a little classicism into a very clean, linear piece. Construction-wise, kind of fun and special. We built on a solid leg post that goes all the way down to the ground, all the way down to the ferrule and into the ground. This is fantastically strong. It's the kind of construction that lasts a long time. Something falls on it, you'll know where it is because it's not something that will ever come apart. I'll finally just talk a little about the finish. It is a catalyzed lacquer, so you can literally put a glass of ice water on the top here. It'll, condensate, have a little puddle. That puddle of water will actually evaporate for whatever damages the wood. I test it every night myself, my own nightstand, and have never had a problem. You do want, by the way, move your phone a little bit further away from your cup of ice water, because sometimes that can get wet. But it's really a worry-free finish. Normal indoor household use, it'll last forever. The wood in this collection is ash. All of this comes from the Appalachian forest. Ash is kind of a special wood in the sense that it's actually going away. Much like the American chestnut, the American ash tree is under a blight from the emerald ash borer. We think this species actually has, 10 to 15 years left if we don't find a cure or a way to kill all these beetles that are killing the trees. What do you do with the wood when you have an infestation that's coming after it that could well wipe out the entire species? Well, you really make beautiful furniture that lasts a long time. It's really the highest and best use. And so we're really kind of proud and excited to be building ash furniture today. 10, 15 years ago, it's something that you will never see. Outside just a little bit of the history that you make having a piece of furniture like this, it's also beautiful. That's why people love it. It's got open graining, so it has a very natural look, even in a modern finish like we have here today.